Dear students, once again I would like to welcome you all in the second class on clouds and conjunctions. Today I have to start with subordinate clause and its kinds. Subordinate clause, I have already explained this clause to you, and there are three kinds of subordinate clauses: noun clause, adjective clause, and adverb clause. Noun clause. What is a noun clause? A noun clause is that kind of subordinate clause which is used as a noun in a complex sentence. Now, functions of noun clause. There are main 5 functions of noun clauses. 5 functions are there. First, a noun clause is used as the subject of a main verb in a complex sentence. Example: what you said to me is known to everyone. तुमने जो मुझे कहा यह सबको मालूम है. तो what you said to me is a noun clause. This clause has been used as the subject in this complex sentence. Second example: what you did is not appropriate. So what you did is a noun clause. It is not appropriate is the main clause or the principal clause in this sentence. Second, a noun clause is used as the object of a transitive verb in a complex sentence. Example: I know what you are doing. I know. I know is a main clause. It is a principal clause. What you are doing is a noun clause. You can replace this noun clause by using a noun. I know him. Him is a pronoun. I know that boy. It is a noun phrase. I know the house. It is a noun. So a noun clause can be replaced by a noun or a noun phrase. Or a noun clause, can replace a noun or a noun phrase. Second example: I like what I want. I like what I have. जो मेरे पास है मैं उसे चाहता हूं, मैं उसे पसंद करता हूं. He wrote what he was instructed. He wrote is the main clause. It is the principal clause. What he was instructed, it is a noun clause. This clause has been used as the object of the transitive verb know, wrote, all these verbs which have been used, which have been put up here as examples. Third, a noun clause can be used as the complement of an intransitive verb of incomplete predication. पहले तो ये समझना है intransitive verb of incomplete predication है क्या. The verb to be, is, are, am, was, were. These verbs are used. These verbs are called intransitive verb of incomplete predication. और इसको कंप्लीट करने के लिए अगर एक वर्ड आता हो तो उसे कंप्लीमेंट कहेंगे। एक क्लाउज आ सकता है, दैट क्लाउज कैन बी यूज्ड एज ए कंप्लीमेंट, एंड दिस क्लाउज इज ए नाउन क्लाउज। एग्जाम्पल, आई एम, व्हाट आई एम। व्हाट आई एम इज ए नाउन क्लाउज, और यहां एम, आई एम के बाद क्या, आई एम व्हाट, आई एम अ टीचर, आई एम अ प्लेयर। अ प्लेयर, अ टीचर इसको रिप्लेस कर सकता है व्हाट आई एम, एंड देयरफॉर इट इज अ नाउन क्लाउज। सेकेंड एग्जाम्पल, शी इज what she is. The what she is a noun clause. This is what I wanted. यह वही चीज है जिसे मैं चाहता था। तो this is what I wanted. What I wanted is a noun clause. Fourth, a noun clause can be used as an object to a preposition. Object transitive verb का भी हो सकता है and object preposition का भी हो सकता है। A noun clause can be used as an object to a preposition. I believe in what I do. I believe in what I do. So what I do, this clause is an object. This clause is an object of the preposition in. I am confident of what you are doing. Now, the last, a noun clause can be used in apposition to a noun. Apposition to a noun. Apposition means when a noun phrase is used to clarify the noun that goes before. So that noun phrase is called, in apposition to a noun or a pronoun. Example, Virat works hard. If we take this simple sentence, Virat works hard. अब इसमें विराट कौन विराट, अब इसको क्लैरिफाई करने के लिए एक नाउन फ्रेज का प्रयोग कर सकते हैं। विराट द कैप्टन ऑफ इंडियन क्रिकेट टीम वर्क्स हार्ड। तो द कैप्टन ऑफ इंडियन क्रिकेट टीम, दिस इज अ नाउन फ्रेज एंड दिस फ्रेज हैज बीन यूज्ड टू क्लैरिफाई विराट, द नाउन दैट हैज बीन यूज्ड बिफोर. In the same way, sometimes a clause is used to clarify a noun. Virat, who plays very well, has come to meet me. If this clause is used to clarify that noun, then it becomes in apposition to a noun. But when it is used to, qualify that noun, then it becomes an adjective. New Delhi, which is the capital of India, is glorious. The New Delhi, which is the capital of India, which is the capital, if this clause has been used to clarify that, noun, then it becomes in opposition to a noun. Okay? The pen that I have purchased from the market runs very well. So this way you have seen so many ways are there of using noun clauses. These were the 5 main functions of noun clauses. Now we have moved, further to understand, to learn adjective clause. I have already stated that there is no difference between an adjective clause or a relative clause. Both are the same. Generally, an adjective clause starts with a relative pronoun, and so it is called a relative clause. The clause that does the function of an adjective is called an adjective clause. I have already explained this to you. There are, now I will tell you the kinds of relative clauses. There are 2 kinds of relative clauses: defining relative clause or defining adjective clause, non-defining adjective clause, defining adjective clause. One example, you have to understand, the difference between the 2, with an example. The students who performed very well were given prizes. अब इस सेंटेंस को देख, द स्टूडेंट्स हु परफॉर्म्ड वेरी वेल वेयर गिवन प्राइजेस. वे स्टूडेंट्स जिन्होंने बहुत अधिक अच्छा परफॉर्म किया, उसे प्राइज दिए गए. तो इस प्रकार से इसका ये अर्थ भी है कि द स्टूडेंट्स हु did not perform well were not given prizes. The students जिसने परफॉर्म अच्छा से नहीं किया उसे प्राइजेज नहीं दिए गए. तो इस तरह से who performed very well, ये डिफाइनिंग रिलेटिव क्लॉज. अगर इसका अर्थ ये होता है कि जिन्होंने अच्छा से परफॉर्म नहीं किया उन्हें प्राइज नहीं दिए गए, अगर ये समझा जाए तब ये डिफाइनिंग रिलेटिव क्लॉज होगी. लेकिन इन द सेकेंड एग्जाम्पल, द सेम सेंटेंस, आई विल रिपीट दिस सेंटेंस, द स्टूडेंट्स, यहां पर व्हेन आई पुट ए कॉमा हेयर आफ्टर दिस, द स्टूडेंट्स पुट हेयर ए कॉमा, हु परफॉर्म्ड वेल, हु परफॉर्म्ड वेरी वेल, फिर कॉमा, वेयर गिवन प्राइजेज. इसका अर्थ हुआ द स्टूडेंट्स, सभी स्टूडेंट्स ने अच्छा परफॉर्म किया और सभी को प्राइजेज दिए गए. तो सो इन दिस सेंटेंस, हु परफॉर्म्ड वेल, दिस क्लाउज, दिस रिलेटिव क्लाउज, दिस एडजेक्टिव क्लाउज डज नॉट डिफाइन any students. And this way, this clause is called non-defining relative clause. In the first chapter, a letter to God, class 10, first chapter, a letter to God, उसमें thinking about language में relative clause दिया गया है. You have to go through each and every word very carefully and try to understand the difference. उसमें भी दिया गया है। रिलेटिव क्लाउज के इस प्रकार से दो काइंड्स हो गए, डिफाइनिंग एंड नॉन डिफाइनिंग रिलेटिव क्लाउजेज। दूसरा भी एग्जाम्पल ले सकते, द प्लेयर्स हु प्लेड वेरी वेल वेर अवार्डेड विथ मेडल्स। कहीं कॉमा यूज्ड नहीं है। द प्लेयर्स हु प्लेड वेरी वेल वेर अवार्डेड विथ मेडल्स। वे खिलाड़ी जिन्होंने बहुत अच्छा खेला उन्हें मेडल से अवार्ड किया गया। इसका यह भी अर्थ हो गया कि वैसे खिलाड़ी जिन्होंने अच्छा से परफॉर्म नहीं किया उन्हें मेडल्स नहीं दिए गए। लेकिन इन द सेकेंड सेंटेंस, व्हेन आई रिपीट दिस सेंटेंस putting commas before and after the relative clause, then this relative clause becomes non-defining relative clause. The players, put here a comma, who played very well, okay, then after you put a comma, were awarded with medals. In this sentence, the meaning is changed. The players, खिलाड़ियों ने, who performed very well, who played very well, जिन्होंने बहुत अच्छा खेला, उन्हें मेडल से अवार्ड किया गया। सभी खिलाड़ियों ने अच्छा परफॉर्म किया और सभी को मेडल्स दिए गए। इसका ये अर्थ हो गया। And so this way you must have understood the difference between defining and non-defining relative clauses. Now, dear students, in the next video, part 3, I will make you understand, the third kind of the subordinate clause, that is adverb clause, and its 10 kinds. Thank you very much.